Okay, this week is all about data analysis. So I've already opened up my terminal window. I'm going to just type in MySQL, and I'm going to work with the RMA database. So I want to show my databases, and I'm going to use Quintegration RMA, and I want to see the tables by using show tables. Now I have the tables, I have customers, orders, and RMA. So if I want to see all of the records in the customers table, I could do select star from customers. It gives me all the customer records, right? Well, this isn't very practical if you want to do some data analysis, considering there's 38 or 3,900 records, I believe it is. So instead, we could use count. That was one of the SQL functions that you learned this week in your reading. So as soon as it finishes the big long response here, then I'm going to do a select count from customers, and I want to, that'll give me the total count of all records in the customers table. As you can see, this was not such a great idea to do just select star from that, right? Now, it does show me there's 37,994, so I could also do select count star from customers, and I should get that same number, 37994. So count is just a function that counts up all of the, in this case, it counts up all of the records. So what if I wanted to find all of the customers from the state of Texas? I could say select count star from customers where state is equal to Texas. So there are 757 records in the customers table where the state is equal to Texas. Now, what if I wanted to be able to find out how many customers are in every state? I could then say select count star, and now I want to see the state also, because I want to know what state it is, from customers. And now I don't want to do a specific state, I want to get them all. So now you're going to use the group by clause, which you learned in this week as well. So group by state. Remember that if you want to use group by, the column that's in the group by must also be in the select. So you'll notice state is the group by, it also has to be in the select over here. So select count star comma state from customers group by state, which will now give me all of the states that are represented in our customer table, and how many customer records exist for every single state. That's great. Now, what if I want to know which is our top state? Which state has the most customers? So I would do select count again, and state again from customers, and then group by state. But now I want to do an order by, which is another clause you learned this week, so that I can order it by the number of records. So I want to do order by count. Great. So now it shows me in order the least number of records. So South Carolina has only 713 records in the customer table, and Massachusetts has 987. Well, what if I only want the top couple? So I could just say select count and state from customers. Again, group by state, order by count, but this time I want it to be descending. So descending will give it to me with the largest numbers at the top, and then ascending, ASC. If I used ASC instead of descending, I would get them in the same order that I have them now, which is the lowest at the top and the highest at the bottom. So now if I go to the top of my list, I see Massachusetts is at the top of my list. So I would say Massachusetts, Arkansas, and West Virginia have the most, are the states with the most customers. Now you also might want to be able to get product numbers from the orders table. So to do that, I would say select count, SKU, which is a column in the orders table. From the orders table, from orders, I want to group it by the SKU, and I want to order by the SKU descending. So this gives me the count, but that's not the right. I have to check that one out because that is not in the correct order. It is giving me the count of the SKUs, but it is not giving me the order by in the correct order. Because I'm ordering it by the SKU. I'm ordering it by the SKU, which is character, instead of ordering it by the number. So sorry about that. But these are mistakes that get made, all right? From orders, group by SKU, order by count, descending. Now that gives me the highest selling product number, highest selling SKU is this one. Now you also might want to be able to find the highest selling SKU within a certain state or set of states. That's going to require you to join the customer table and the orders table. So we're going to select the count of the SKU, because we want to know how many SKUs there are. And we're going to group it by SKU. So since we're going to group it by SKU, we also have to show SKU. From the orders, left joined the customers table. That will give us all of the orders with only the customers that match. So orders.customer_ID is equal to customers.customersID. Where the state, so the state comes from the customer table, where the state is either Virginia, or the state is North Carolina, or the state is South Carolina, or the state is Georgia. And then I'm going to group it by SKU, and then order it by the count of the SKU, descending, which will give me the total number of orders that were sold in Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, or Georgia. This first SKU is the highest selling item in those states. And that's how we do data analysis. A lot of counts, sums, those are all things that were covered this week in the textbook. A lot of group buys, a lot of order buys to find the most important items. And that's how you do a lot of your data analysis that you're going to do for this week.